Hi guys, welcome to Tamra, the Judeo-Christian medium. I am Tamra, the Judeo-Christian medium. I'm gonna wait for the chat to fill up a little bit. I'm wearing my navy t-shirt, which has big relevance this weekend in America. It is Memorial Day weekend, and I just want to say happy Memorial Day to everyone. And I am learning that I'm constantly being surprised by Spirit, because they asked me, first of all, to buy some navy t-shirts, and I think I'm starting the chat. I mean, I think I'm starting the video a little bit early, so I'm just gonna wait a few minutes because I do want to explain what Spirit has told me, why I'm wearing a navy t-shirt, the significance of that, the significance of it being Memorial Day weekend here in the States. So I'll just, let me see, let me look here. I'm not even sure if it's 8 o'clock yet. Okay, I see one person in the chat. So you guys, as you're coming in, say hello, and we'll slowly get started. And tell me where you're from, where you're watching from, and because you guys know that I've traveled the world pretty much. There's some places I haven't been able to go to, but let me know where you are. Okay, hi there. Let me know who's in the chat and where you guys are right now, if you want. I'm just trying to see here if I'm missing anything. Or just say hello if you want. Also, if you have any questions about, last week's discussion or anything spiritual, anything that you would like to ask Spirit. I think while we have this moment here, hi Alyssa, how are you? Hi Isaacin, how are you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna take this moment just to reintroduce my spiritual team that is with me right now, and you all can say a prayer if you'd like. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well, and you too, Alyssa. Okay, so we have Jesus. Well, we have God here, Jesus, Archangel. So we have God all around, Jesus to my right, and he's always there to my right. Archangel Michael, who is really coming in very strongly tonight. He is also to my right. And then I have Archangel Raphael next to him. And then we have Archangel Jophiel. She came through as, well, she is John Benet Ramsey. And guys, if you want to check out in the comment section of the John Benet video, guys, she told me that she came through, her voice came through, and I time stamped it. So if you guys want to see that. And then Archangel Uriel. And I have to tell you guys, Jesus told me I can tell you guys that that is my where that is my soul group, is Archangel Uriel. And this is very important for today because Archangel Uriel is also the spirit of Poseidon, you know, the Greek god Poseidon, who rules over the sea. And it's very, very important because Archangel Michael is here, who represents the Navy, and it is Memorial Day weekend here in the States. And hi, Wisteria. I'm gonna answer your question that you asked me. So guys, this is, you know, as we're going along, you can see that I'm learning. I'm learning as I go along. They're giving me messages. I don't have all of the information. I'm just sort of ilking it out to you guys as you guys are learning, I'm sure. But so this is all very relevant. Archangel Michael, he has asked me to wear some things from the Navy. I won't wear it all the time, but it's very important because my spiritual group is Archangel Uriel, who watches over the sea, and Poseidon. And guys, I will start to disclose who else I have been in other lifetimes, but I do know for sure that I was a Navy pilot at some point. So let me continue on, because Uriel is me. And then we have Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Jeremiah, Archangel Ezekiel. And if you guys are resonating with any of these archangels, you know, let me know, and you can pray to them. I'm going to be doing videos about each one. So we have Ezekiel, Archangel Nathaniel, and Archangel Haniel, and Archangel Daniel. Okay, so moving along from that, I don't know if you guys have any questions about what I just said, but just for whoever is just coming in right now, I spoke to Archangel Jophiel, who is John Benet Ramsey. And if you guys want, I time-stamped the video that I did with her, and you can hear her. It's when I'm talking about a P, I'm gonna say the word P ring of adults. And when I said that, you can hear her yell, "Oh, hi, Alicia." Oh, from the Bronx. It's a long story, but I lived up near the Bronx for 20 years. And at some point I will come on and tell my story of what happened in my building. But it's drama. So Alicia, we're pretty close. I'm in New York. I can't say exactly where I am, but you know, I love the Bronx. I've been up there a lot. I lived pretty close. So, okay. I want to answer, yeah. Yeah, hola, Alicia. It's so funny. I just talked to a few kids. I met these the cutest little girls today in my building. They're from Paraguay, and we talked in Spanish. And anyway, so I want to start with Wisteria. Sorry for my camera work, guys. I want to start with Wisteria asked me, she wanted to know, like, what happens when we pass? Like where do we go as starseeds, or whatever we are. Yeah, they were so cute. Um, oh, I also have with me the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, and the Tall Whites. So guys, right now they are with me. If you want to try to tune into their energy and see which energies you feel most comfortable with, you can do that. But okay, Wisteria, I'm gonna try my best to explain it because they have given me the information over time because I asked them to a while back, and the best way I can explain it, as many of you know, I don't know if any of you have had a near-death experience or a remembrance of it, but immediately when we pass, we feel at peace. It is this incredible, euphoric, peaceful feeling. Some people feel it. You have moments of it in your life. Maybe when you have a baby, in like a romantic way, a near-death experience, certain kinds of substances, which is why some people get addicted. But anyway, it is that universal feeling of peace. And so that's immediately what you feel. And then as far as where we go, well, we all go like to the same place at first. And then we do our life review. And then we do hang out with our tribe. So like for me, my tribe is the first circle. So it's Jesus, Archangel Michael, Metatron, Archangel Eric Medhus. And so I couldn't do this channeling without Archangel Eric Medhus, and we'll talk about him in a minute. And obviously, I'm Archangel Uriel, and that's my little group, and Archangel Gabriel, that's my little group. So we all hang out with our group, but on the other side, we all have the common goal of coming back here. And there's other goals too. Some souls stay on the other side and work with people over there and assist here. But most souls, especially reptilians, want to come back, and after their life review, they have very big goals of coming back and getting it right, like seeing what they were, what I should say, we too, depending on who we are. But we have a mission, we have a path, our highest path, and we see when we pass, like what our highest goal was, and at what capacity we were able to accomplish it. Now, some of us have had a life review while we're still alive. That happened to me. It's because of I was so far off my path that happened. So I don't know if this has happened to any of you guys, but so Wisteria, I don't know if you're still here. Does that explain what happens to us? And then we do hang out with our our groups. For some people, it's your family members. For others, like for me, my little tribe, that's who I hang out with. So, do you guys have any questions about that? So let me see. So what I wanted to talk about too is what are our goals? So as starseeds, and some people say, but do we go to planets like Pleiades? Okay, some of us do. As many of you know, things have been discovered in the air. And okay, so do reptilians go? I'm gonna have to explain this. Yes. Depending on what level they are at. Okay, so this is a part of disclosure. Okay, and Jesus wants me to talk about, I don't know if you all have, you can let me know, have you guys listened to the medium, Megan Rose medium? I listened to her a while back, and then when she started talking about Admiral Ashtar and galactic influences, I started to drift away because I didn't understand it. But then I've been downloaded the same information, so you can all watch her, because my spiritual team, Jesus has told me that she is a tall white, and she explains very well Admiral Ashtar and what he's trying to accomplish, and that's what they're talking about too. So, to make a long story short, which I don't think I can, yes, the different groups travel, and that's what we are seeing in the sky. And guys, just to let you know, depending on what group you're a part of, you can see your team. So please, guys, I don't know if any of you have seen, okay, Thomas Silva. How do I know if I'm a starseed? I feel kind of pulled to the idea, but I'm not really sure. Okay, so this is interesting too. I know that I've said that I don't give readings, but Jesus is saying that I should, you know, I am very busy, but I can, you know, start to give some readings, so I might be able to help you all. But also, okay. So let me answer Wisteria's question too. So yes, we can go to those areas, and we would travel in a group. Yeah, they're telling me just to say it. So guys, many starseeds and reptilians have already been on a ship, a vessel, and many have maybe thought it was a dream. And I don't know if any of you have any memories, but I have memories. I'm going to make videos on it. I went through a traumatic experience as a child, and this is just, I have a few, there were a few times that I was, you know, on the ship, but one was during a traumatic experience. I was taken and fixed up, and guys, my spiritual team, our guardians, Jesus, they come through us through messages, dreams, things that people say, mediums, books. So the song I'll Fix You by Coldplay, that is about being a starseed, and in some cases, if you have a traumatic event happen to you, you'll be taken and you'll be fixed up. And they downloaded that song to Chris Martin, I'll Fix You. And basically that's what happens. They fix you. And each team has a vessel. And please, guys, please look in the sky and look for vessels. So yes, Wisteria, reptilians have a vessel. And, you know, there have been reports of experimentations and things like that. Now, the tall whites, the Pleiadians, and the Arcturians do not do experimentations on humans, but the reptilians do. They're not all the reptilians, but there is a dark reptilian force. And guys, please pray to my spiritual team. Jesus is always like the go-to. He's saying that, guys, he is the messenger that connects to all the archangels and to God. So if you just want a direct connection, you know, you want to speak to the manager. If you guys just want to just say, Jesus, please protect me from any dark reptilian energy. And, you know, the dark reptilian energy, it does target starseeds. So I don't know if any of you have had experiences. It's good to see you again too, Diane. So that dark reptilian energy that I'm talking about that lives in the fourth dimension, that is available for people who are reptilian or do want to have assistance from dark reptilian energy. Starseeds can get assistance too, but unfortunately I have been told that they have taken people. I don't think that's anything that you all need to worry about. I think that's something, I haven't gotten the whole scoop on that, but Jesus is saying, please don't worry about that. That is a whole different, you know, I'll talk about that another time. That's a whole different, he's saying that it's usually reptilians, like yeah, that the reptilians are going to take their own. And these are the experiences that we've heard about. But let's talk about the positive, that you don't, because you don't have to worry about that. The positive, well, I mean, it's positive, but also usually you would be taken if you have like a near-death experience, a traumatic event. It's usually children. Oftentimes we'll hear of a child just suddenly recovering from something. And in my case, I had a traumatic event, and I was also having really bad health problems as a kid. And I was told that there wasn't any assistance around me, like they wouldn't have figured out what was wrong with me. And I recall being taken and I recall like it was like a hospital with a big metal bed, and they're all singing right now, just to calm me down. They're singing "I'll Fix You." And I know we think that that song is about just Chris Martin and maybe one of his relationships, but Jesus is saying it is, but it's also downloaded to Starseeds, letting you know that I'm not sure about, but many of you have had the experience already where you have been healed, where you have it, you may have thought it was a dream. I know personally, um, it happened to me a few times. They're saying a lot, and my parents thought that I used to wake up like in the living room near the front door, and my parents thought that I was a sleepwalker. And I mean, I also astral traveled all the time, which I remember that, but I was also taken and fixed. So, and I can also tell you guys another story where my brother and I, my older brother was also a tall white Pleiadian and Arcturian. He is from the group of Archangel Gabriel. He's always with me, but and he has passed. But he and I were in the back seat of my mother's car. She was in a rush and she hit our dog, and we both heard the dog yelp. And I was just given this information recently because I forgot because it was so traumatic. So we heard the dog yelp, and then my mother turned around to see our reaction, and we disappeared. She found us in our room. We had completely forgotten that we ever had a dog, and we ignored her. And she silently just, our dog passed away, and she silently just took the food away and the water. We never spoke of ever having had that dog, and she tried to talk to us about it, but we we weren't responding to her at all. And when she would try to say that we had a dog, we looked at her like we didn't know what she was talking about. So I was just recently been given that information. So some of you may have time lapses. You may have experiences like that. But this is a big rabbit hole that we're going down. And, I want to help you all. Yeah, I want to help you all too. I don't want to just make it about me. I'm here to help. I'm on a mission to help. And part of our mission, I want to tell you, is to listen to Megan Rose Medium. She's connected to Admiral Ashtar and Admiral Valnick, and they are tall whites. They work with Archangel Michael protecting us. And so what are our goals, guys? Our goals right now are to save the children. Save the children from what is going on right now. To save Mother Earth, and not in the way that we all think, not in just this, anti-corporation, anti-establishment way. It is just, I've said this before, it's just common sense. We just need to take care of the earth like we take care of everything else. Mother Earth is Mother Mary, and she would like us to take care of her, but it is not in the controlling way of just bringing down every corporation and, you know, all of that stuff. And then our goals is to take back power. And this isn't power like over another group, but Starseeds have been, our power has been taken over by not just reptilian power, but dark reptilian energy. So we can't have that happen because that's not going to lead us into a good place. So being honest about self-truth. Okay, good. Yeah, it's hard. Like, as an empath, I don't want to just blab on about myself, but if it's helping, that's good. And I have, you know, I don't have to. I want to do what they say. Okay. So also, our goal is to do our life mission. Many of us have been sidetracked, guys. I am just now doing my life mission, meaning they showed me what my life mission was. And I just want to tell you all, I was really far from it. Like what I was supposed to do as to what I'm doing now. Well, what I'm doing now is what I was supposed to do, but the steps that I was supposed to take, what I was supposed to study, they showed me everything. I was supposed to marry my twin flame. I was supposed to have a family, but I'm playing catch up, and they're helping me. And I came to a crossroads, and it was make it or break it time. They were either going to take me or, oh, hi, Lucky. Lucky, I want to let you know that I'm going to be doing readings, okay? So you guys, you know, we're a small group right now. If you would like a reading, just my email is in the about section. Just let me know. And we'll discuss it in email. Okay, so our life mission, we're here to do our life mission, our purpose. Yes, and I really want to let you guys know this, because if we veer off too far, this is for all starseeds, if they veer off too far from your mission, you will, you know, things will happen to push you back. And, you know, Jesus is saying that he would prefer that you all figure it out by what diet should women follow? Okay, so just one second. So you all should try your best to figure it out in the least dramatic way. And so this would be, you know, having your chart read, all the things that many of you know about, having your chart read, maybe seeing a medium, figuring out what your, you know, Myers-Briggs type is. What is your life path number? Usually they all stay the same. What's on my mind this weekend is the pain body. Okay, the pain body. Okay, so we'll talk about that. So all of these, they're saying all roads lead to the same place. They've given us so many tools, like astrology, what our sun sign is, and it's all valid. Vedic, tropical, as much as you can learn about yourself. And as far as the diet goes, so I'm gonna make a whole video on this. Like, I've been asked as a starseed to follow the kosher diet, and I'm a type O blood, and so I'm on a keto, like keto, kosher, no sugar, no gluten, but these are my allergies. So I would say, you know, you guys find out what your allergies are, because all the lifetimes that Jesus has had, he leans towards like pescatarian uh, and vegetarian, so that might be good for you. Yeah, no sugar. I do make things with monk fruit. I like to cook a lot, so I make cake and things like that. It's very good. I use almond flour and monk fruit, and they've actually taught me a lot about cooking. I roast a lot of food. I roast a lot of like organic meats and vegetables and fish. Sorry, guys, let me have a little bit of coffee. So, let me see. Okay. What diet should women follow? So, you know, that diet has really worked for me. I've lost, I think over time, maybe 30 pounds. But, you know, it's going to be individualized. I could try to help in a like a personal reading, because some of you might be better off being vegetarian. You know, it depends on your system. I was told what to eat, but guys, it's been crazy. Like, I don't eat even fruit. Let's see here. I feel like I'm very all or nothing with my diet. Yeah, that's really hard until you find something that works for you. That makes sense, because you'd go through cycles of feeling like good once you start eating like healthier, but then you could also feel deprived. So you'd want to work on that. With the diet that they've put me on, I don't feel deprived at all. Okay, so what else I want to talk about? So, you know, email me if you would like to talk about your own personalized diet. Jesus wanted to talk about 11:11 because someone was asking about that, and unfortunately I didn't give the best explanation. I said, yes, it does represent twin flames, but Jesus is saying when we are awakening, when we are trying to connect to spirit, we will start, or when they're trying to connect to us, is when we start to see you know, 11:11, 22:22 if you're on military time, 3:33, 4:44, you know, all of those numbers. And then we can even choose numbers as we connect to our ancestors or our guides. When we see certain numbers, like when I see 3:33, I know Jesus is connecting with me because of his life path was 33, as mine is. 555 is, I'm looking here, Lucky just asked about 555. So 555 is a very, about 2 years into seeing numbers, really connecting with numbers, I started seeing 555. So that's a very evolved number. That message is that you are pretty evolved on your journey, and you're really connecting to your higher spiritual group. And you know, it's definitely validation that you're on the right path, and that you're doing your spiritual work and you are connecting with them. So 11:11 too. That's 11:11 is oftentimes the first. Yippee! Yay! It's often congratulations, Lucky. But 11:11 is oftentimes like the first set of numbers that people start to see. And like they really start to feel like, ooh, 11:11. That feels so lucky. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, and I said lucky. um, but people, it feels fortuitous. Like, oh, I'm seeing 11:11, and it is. It's like a very exciting start. But then people who are on a twin flame journey, like yeah, they start to see 11:11 too, like after a while. So for me, it literally went like the first I started seeing was 11:11, and then it was like 2:22, and then it went to 3:33, 4:44 for a while, and then 5:55. And then when I found out that I was on the twin flame journey, I started to see 11:11 all the time, and I still see it because they want me to get on that journey. And I see 1:11 too, 111, which is also a reminder of my twin flame path. They're always nagging me. Oh. So how does Jesus feel about cosmetic procedures? It depends, guys. You know, there are some procedures as we get older that are necessary, like especially say like opening up my, Jesus has suggested that I get my my nose opened up. You can see it's very thin. I can't really breathe out of it. I have to use something at night. So Jesus has suggested that I get that done. He has given the thumbs up. I haven't had any procedures myself, but he gave me the thumbs up like in the future if I wanted like a little Botox. And there are procedures where people have lost a lot of weight and to like put the skin back. He has told me that that's, it's going to be, excuse me, let me have some coffee here. It's an individualized basis, and based on also having a really good, you're like 50% plastic. And Jesus is saying, whatever makes you happy. Michael Jackson just came in and he said, be careful, don't overdo it. And make sure that you have a good surgeon. And Joan Rivers is here now, guys. Joan Rivers just came in and she said, please, guys, any procedure that you have with anesthesia, please make sure that you are going to a really good place. I'm going to be having back surgery, and I really investigated my back surgeon, and it's been I'm losing my words. They've given me the thumbs up that this back surgeon is good. So this might be surprising to you guys that Jesus would say go for some procedures. Jesus is against, and I hate to burst anyone's bubble, but he's against the stomach stapling. Oh, thank you, Wisteria. Yeah, I'm going to have that surgery where they take out some of the disc and they put in some rods. Jesus is saying that it should go well. Oh, thank you, Alicia. Yeah, please pray for me. And if you would like me to pray for you, let me know. But Jesus is against that stomach stapling surgery. He, I can remember discussing this with him. I haven't had that surgery. I haven't needed that surgery, but I know a lot of people have that surgery. But he was just saying like the stomach stretches back out, and it's just better to find a moderate diet for yourself. Actually, the diet that they put me on is pretty moderate, and it's helped me over. It's been a couple of years, so you know, it wasn't totally like drastic. Well, it wasn't drastic. I did have some dramatic weight loss. I don't know if any of you were watching me over the summer, but it's because I had a lot of oral surgery. Okay, Thomas, how do we know if we are fulfilling our life purpose? You feel really lost. Well, feeling lost is definitely a sign that you're not 100% feeling your purpose. It's just really, I would have to give like honestly like a real personal reading on that, because that's how I really found out what I need to be doing. But okay, so I can tell you without giving you a personal reading, I can tell you how you know. When you're not on your life path, you will feel like you don't fit, like with your friends. You're not finding a partner. You're not getting along with your family. If that goes on for too long, and many people don't get along with their family because their families might be reptilian. So if that happens, and you do have like a big life purpose, oftentimes, and Jesus is saying sorry in advance, everything will be taken away from you. And you will go through like a dark night of the soul. Not everyone has to go through that. Sometimes you just might feel uncomfortable. You just might lose like a few friends. You might lose a job. So if that starts to happen, you start to lose money. You start to feel like you're not fitting in, or some people could even become like a victim of gang stalking or bullying. It's just you're not in the right place, and that's why all of those things are happening. But you know that you're turning it around when even if you feel scared, the decisions that you make, you start to feel at peace. And it could be completely counter intuitive as to what you were taught. So this has happened to many Starseeds guides. This is just an example. You could suddenly find yourself, just barely checking in at work, and, maybe getting into some personal hobbies, kind of pulling away from others, maybe even like starting to spend holidays on your own, things like that, which many people might find devastating. And instead of you might start to logically think like, oh, this is devastating, but actually you might start to feel like at peace. So doing something that I don't know if I'm explaining it right. It's like okay, let me look here. I thought a message I received from Joan Rivers was beauty is held by the eye of the beholder. Oh yeah, well, okay, so this is where there is like a line being drawn. the reason Joan Rivers came through was she was not having a beauty procedure when she passed. It was actually like an endoscopy, and it was due to just a bad anesthesiologist, I believe. So you all want to be very careful going under the knife for anything. And so that's why, you really need to pick what you would have done, how important it is to you, because every time you go under anesthesia, there's, depending on your health, you may not recover from it. So as we were talking about earlier about going on the ship, Wisteria misses you, Joan Rivers. She's like, oh, thank you. But yes, Joan Rivers, she is confirming that she went too far in the plastic surgery department. So that is a warning to you guys. And yes, she didn't need that. She was loved and she was beautiful. She did do, a little too much. Okay, what is the twin flame journey? Okay. So let me get back to 11:11, since we're speaking of twin flames. When you see 11:11 also, Jesus is saying it represents balance, like you need balance or you're experiencing balance, peace, harmony, the twin flame journey, spiritual awakening, spiritual validation. Yeah, so, okay. Many starseeds. So guys, to let you know, reptilians are not on the twin flame journey. But if I have any reptilians watching, that's fine. If reptilians are not on the twin flame journey, but reptilians do have soulmates, and it's actually being in love and having a family and stuff. In some ways, it is a little bit easier for reptilians. It's not as intense as it is for starseeds. The twin flame journey is nothing to sneeze at. It's intense. It requires that both, I'm on a twin flame journey. It requires that both people get onto their path or are willing to get on their path when they meet. It can be very startling, uncomfortable. It can come at the most inopportune time. People can be dating other people. It can be a really awkward relationship, like one that they're saying to me like doctor patient or something like that. That's very challenging. Let me see here. Oh, you've been listening to Michael Jackson lately. Yes. Please listen to his music, especially, what was that last album? All of his music, it's his voice. He's a starseed. So, you're going to feel his healing, but the album with Heal the World, that was one of his big, like, had his stamp on it, and those are messages from him and from the Arcturians. He's a big part of the Arcturian group, which is Archangel Metatron. And those are messages, especially in that album, for us. And they come through all kinds of music. So today, what was let me look here. So the songs that came through today were Fix You by Coldplay, and that represents Starseeds going on the ship and getting healed. And also, they wanted to bring up the song Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. That has a lot of messages in it too. Many songs, guys, have messages about going on the ship, about, back in the day, the times of Jerusalem, and like I told you, Jerusalema. And, I will continue to tell you songs. All of My Love was downloaded from Jesus to Robert Plant to help him deal with the loss of his son. And his son, Karek, okay, I can't tell you guys just now who that is, but it is also, that song is a message from Jesus and my spiritual team to all of the Starseeds, actually all of humanity. It's the love from God to us. Let's see. Missing Heath Ledger lately, been watching his movies. Yeah, he is such an amazing actor, you guys. Yes, Heath is very strong, Pleiadian. Well, he's Pleiadian, Arcturian, and tall white, but very strong Arcturian. So he's from the group of Metatron. Let me see here. Am I answering your questions, you guys? Because we keep sort of, I soak in. Did I answer the twin flame journey? A twin flame journey, that is, so in order to be on that, you would need to be tall white, Arcturian, or Pleiadian, and your twin would be the same as you. Obviously, like you're coming from the same twin flame group. So, guys, like, if you're dating, if you're a starseed, you're not going to find your twin flame if you're dating a reptilian, if that makes sense. So, yes, that journey is about, you are on a mission. You are on a mission with another starseed who is basically your soul. You guys have come together on a mission to help humanity, and you're supposed to get together and do that. What is hard about the twin flame journey is when you're not on your path. You just feel like a lot of people don't make it, and this is something that I want to help people with too, is they just feel so disconnected from others, and like they have no life purpose, because, guys, people on the reptilian journey have it easier. There's many circumstances where things are, where things are working out for them. Oftentimes they find someone to settle down with, and they get married, and they have a job, and it's like things just, their ducks are in a row, and it's not this this struggle. They're not on the struggle bus. But they have their own issues they have to deal with. Oh, you're doing great. Oh, thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. Who are the Lumerians? So the Lumerians, I haven't asked about them, but what they're saying to me collectively is there are factions, like I was telling you about Admiral Ashtar and Admiral Valnick. They are just representatives of a larger group. So the Lumerians are representatives of a larger group, as are like the Greek gods and the disciples and Mother Mary and the prophets and mediums and writers. And I think you guys are catching my drift. It's like we are all on the same team with the same goals. And that's why they had me talk about that tonight. What are our current goals? And that's why they had me mention Megan Rose Medium. Because guys, this isn't about like who is the best medium, who's the best tarot reader, who's the best astrologer. There are messages in all of this, in most of our like our favorite music, our musicians that touch us, and they want me to talk about having you guys listen to other people and music and stuff to can you be a Lumerian starseed? Yes, definitely. It's a faction of the all three groups here. So think of it as, God, Jesus, the Archangel Michael, Metatron, Archangel Eric Medhus, Archangel Gabriel, like the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, and the Tall Whites. They need assistance. And so if you're connecting to the assistance, like you can, you're sensing that connection. They are messengers and they are helpers of the higher realm. So think of it as like Jesus is a helper of God and a helper of the Pleiadians, Arcturians, and Tall Whites, who made a deal with God that we would come to this planet along with the reptilians in order to create humanity. Things just got out of balance. Things got out of balance with the balance of power. It's very complicated, but some reptilians wanted to be in charge, and some reptilians became dark, and they unfortunately hang out in the fourth dimension, having a negative influence on humanity. And the Pleiadians, Tall Whites, and Arcturians are trying to connect us and help us, and they are sending spiritual help and sending many starseeds here to help. It's really challenging, because the higher you resonate and the bigger purpose that you have, you are also a target for reptilian energy and what's going on the planet right now with substance abuse and abuse in general and trauma, is that invites the dark reptilian energy into your system. And we can see that this is happening so much, and Nostradamus predicted this would happen. Nostradamus predicted the zombie apocalypse, which is, basically people being zombified and being basically, what he meant was the dark reptilian energy pretty much takes over, and you'll see that with people who have had a lot of substance abuse. And they wanted me to bring up this. I'll have to do a video on this. There was recently an incident. Oh, guys, there was an incident of this man who went down into the subway. This is a couple weeks ago, and just shot this other man. And when he was brought in for questioning, he said to his family, he said, "I don't remember doing it." So this man does a lot of substances, and I want to say he was under the influence of not just substances, but because he was doing substances, he was under the influence of a dark reptilian energy. Now, the man that he shot is known to be like just this really great guy, very successful. So you guys can see that's a clear example of a reptilian who is under a very negative reptilian influence attacking a starseed. So this guy in the subway was just taken out, and the guy who took him out has no recollection of it happening. And so this brings me to another thing. This has happened to me in my life. Guys, reptilians have told me things, and they don't remember saying it. Like, they've been given a message from the dark reptilian energy, and it's crazy. What if you're not dating anyone? Who is Ned Who's? Why do you refer to Eric as an archangel? Yes. So Eric Medhus, guys, is an archangel. When he came here, he was already part of the archangel group. So Eric Medhus is part of my soul tribe, and while he was here, he had bipolar disorder. Now, every time he chooses to come to Earth, he will have bipolar disorder, and he's working on that slowly, and he's helping basically like researchers, figure out this disease. And it's like he's making a sacrifice by having it. But this last time around, it was just too painful for him. Now remember, he has the archangel spirit. So like Archangel Jophiel, when she was John Bonet and she had to go through that traumatic event, it's very, very difficult when archangels come to Earth, very sensitive, and there's only so much sometimes that they can do on the other side. Eric was taken on the ship. Eric was repaired. They're singing "I'll Fix You" by Chris Martin, but there was only so much that they can do. But Eric said he will be coming back again. Right now, he is there to connect, like mediums like myself, to connect to especially, very high resonating starseeds who want to give you all messages. But oh, it's time for me to go, guys. I've been talking for a really long time. We're at 70 minutes. Bipolar medications. Jesus says that the medications, right, that they have now are good, along with, spiritual healing. But anyway, I hope my messages today were helpful, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. My voice is getting tired. You can see I'm wearing my Navy t-shirt that Archangel Michael asked me to wear. And please, right now, it is Memorial Day weekend in the United States. If you feel like you need protection, please go back and watch my videos on how to protect yourself. Please stay safe, guys. Be very careful after dark. Be very careful, especially if you know you're a starseed. Please use your intuition. If anyone's acting strangely around you, don't fight with them. Remove yourself from their presence. Please protect yourself as best as you can. Yes, the Navy, yeah, and yeah, I haven't really talked to them about that, but I will. But I've been seeing a lot pop up about the Navy, and they've told me that one of my current lifetimes I was a Navy pilot, and so I have a big connection to that. That was the only lifetime where I did anything like that. All of my other lifetimes I've been usually like Jewish religious figures and writers and writing, acting, things like that. But I'll get into that another time. But anyway, guys, please stay safe this Memorial Day weekend. As you can see, Jesus gave the messages before about staying safe, and you can see all the things that are happening. Yeah, I've learned about Eric Medhus watching his mom, and they've told me she's the same as Eric, a tall white Pleiadian. So obviously, like that's, I'm sure, yeah, they're saying, yeah, that's why she's a doctor. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to say goodbye for now, and I'll come on next week. So think of your questions. You can leave a comment if you want me to answer a question for next week. All right, I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Bye. Happy Memorial Day weekend. And please pray for all of the soldiers, officers, all of the protection that we receive. And please pray to my guides and yours. And I'll talk to you guys soon.